Let's add some EQ and compression for rock vocals. We've got Ashley singing here again. It's a different song, and it's a full rock song with guitar, bass, and drums. We used the WA-87 mic and no EQ or compression on input.
Now that you're sober, don't tell me that it's over. Don't turn this ship around and tell me that you can't give one more day. Don't ever tell me why. Don't you ever tell me why. 'Cause I don't want to know.
Alright, so what's even more noticeable than the frequency balance needing some work is the dynamics. And I mentioned this when she did the mic shootout, but her voice is very dynamic. It quickly jumps from being very soft to very loud and then back to very soft again. And I need to control these dynamics with the compressor. But first, I'll add a significant high-end boost with the channel EQ and then filter out and boost the low end.
Now that you're sober, don't tell me that it's over. Don't turn this ship around and tell me that you can't give one more day. Don't ever tell me why. Don't you ever tell me why. 'Cause I don't want to know.
For her voice, she's got quite a bit of a 1 to 2K boost already, so I think she'll be okay without doing a diction boost like I've been doing with the other examples. For compression, let's start with the vintage Opto.
Now that you're sober, don't tell me that it's over. Don't turn this ship around and tell me that you can't give one more day. Don't ever tell me why. Don't you ever tell me why. 'Cause I don't want to know.
So this sounds pretty good, but there's a huge difference between using a hardware LA2A and a stock Logic plugin for optical compression. If I can help it, I like to add hardware compression during recording. This helps to control the dynamics on input, and then I can add EQ afterward to play with the frequency balance, and then I can add an additional compressor after the EQ to round off the dynamics a bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to emulate this same technique that I use in the studio. I'll add the compressor before the EQ, and I'll use the Opto circuit just to round off the dynamics a bit before it hits the EQ.
Now that you're sober, don't tell me that it's over. Don't turn this ship around and tell me that you can't give one more day. Don't.
And then I'll add a second compressor after the EQ, and I'll use a circuit that's less smooth than the Opto. I'll go with the Studio VCA for this, which is a very loose emulation of the Focusrite Red compressor.
Now that you're sober, don't tell me that it's over. Don't turn this ship around and tell me that you can't give one more day. Don't ever tell me why. Don't you ever tell me why. 'Cause I don't want to know. Now that you're sober, don't tell me that it's over. Don't turn this ship around and tell me that you can't give one more day. Don't ever tell me why. Don't you ever tell me why. 'Cause I don't want to know.
The input compression and the post-EQ compression gives me the best possible effect and helps to control her very dynamic vocal style.